Back on CBS Sports HQ, fresh from cutting down nets, the Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark postgame.
Caitlin, to get back to the Final Four again, to beat the team that knocked you guys out last year, what does it mean to have Iowa in the spot to still be playing a chance to win a national championship?
Yeah, like you said, I feel like, you know, it's amazing to be back in the Final Four. It's so hard to get there, especially with this region and how loaded this region was. But, you know, we told ourselves we're the 1 seed for a reason. You know, we've earned this. We deserve to be in these moments. We're prepared for these moments. But I think we came out here and, you know, our second and third quarters, we played really, really good basketball. And LSU's a really good team. They're hard to guard. They're such good one-on-one players. You know, they break you down. They make tough shots. They killed us on the glass. But we were just resilient. You know, we never hung our head when things didn't go our way. And, you know, that can get you a long way. And, you know, I'm just proud of this group to go back to the Final Four. And, you know, you enjoy this, and then you get to Cleveland and you start prepping for your next game. You know, we want to win 2 more. And, you know, I think we have the power to do that.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
Howard Mendel at the Next. Congratulations to all of you for reaching the Final Four. Sid, this is for you. It's kind of a two-parter. The first, the amount of time you were defending Aneesah Morrow, and just take me through sort of that battle, the approach you took to it, and then at the conclusion of the game, if you'd take me through, you know, I know you had family in the stands, what that moment was like for you, if you'd take, you know, moments from that.
Yeah, first off, Aneesah Morrow is a great player, and, you know, I think me and Kate both guarded her. Kate guarded her a lot of the game, and she's a great post. And we know what they like to do. You know, they like to get down on the post up, and we're a bit smaller than them, but we battled down there, and that was most important. They beat us on the glass, but I think really in the second half, we really stepped it up and focused on our box outs and defense. But overall, when I got to celebrate with my family, that was a super special moment for them to be here and share this moment with them. You know, my parents and my brother have been with me and through everything, so I'm just so grateful to have them here with me.
Ken Shaw from the Schenectady Gazette. For the players, was revenge on your mind coming into this game for what happened last year?
To be honest, no. I feel like we prepare for this game. We focus on Iowa. We do what Iowa does, and we'll come out on top. And that was kind of Coach Bluder's message. It's not about last year. You worry too much about the past. You know, you're going to get caught up in that. It's about being present, being where your feet are. Don't worry about being in the Final Four, be in this moment, be in the Elite Eight. You know, enjoy that and soak that in, and, you know, that's what's going to allow you to win 40 minutes, and that's exactly what we did. And, you know, I thought we just played a really good basketball game. When they went on their runs, we always had an answer, and that's all you can ask of your team.
Nancy Armour.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Nancy.
Nancy Armour, USA Today Sport. For Caitlin and Kate, how much you've been there before, so how much more incentive is it to take the step that you didn't, you know, that you came up 1 step short last year?
Yeah, I think that's obviously our goal. That's where we want to be, but you got to win 1 at a time. There's still 2 more there to get, and that's what makes the Final Four so fun. And, you know, anybody can take it, anybody can win it, and I mean, yes, we want to win the national title. That's probably what 100 other Division I basketball teams said when they started their season. And there's only 1 team of 360 that get to end their season happy. And to me, that's what makes this sport so fun. You know, a lot of people end disappointed. And, you know, being so close last year, I think that's what just drives you. But I know our group has given everything we got. And, you know, at the end of the day, you win, you lose. I feel like our group has given so much to this game and to this program that you can always hold your head high. But I think at the same time, that's the reason we have been able to play such good basketball, is we don't want this to end, and we want to keep coming back and working hard with each other and fighting for 1 more week and, you know, extend it as long as you possibly can, I guess.
Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Caitlin, after your freshman year, the loss to UConn, you said something in the press conference then about, like, you know, I wanted to get to a Final Four. I didn't say it was going to be my freshman year. Thinking back then, like, what was missing in you and that team to make that step, and what is it that you guys have now that you were able to do it twice?
Honestly, like, I feel like, well, first of all, we were a young team. We had no experience playing with a young point guard. Like, I was a freshman, and I think the biggest thing has just been, like, my maturity and being able to move on from things when it doesn't go my way. And I feel like that's what I'm the most proud of over the course of these last 2 games, just being calm, cool, collected, and dialed into what we need to do. I'm not worried about what the other team's doing. I'm not worried about what call the ref is making. I'm worried about what Iowa needs. And, you know, when I'm able to do that, I feel like that helps my teammates a lot. And I feel like that's the biggest way that I've grown over the course of the last 2 years. I'm not sure I really even did that my sophomore year. And, you know, I've always had the basketball skill. It's just been my mind and, you know, making my mind better. And, you know, lucky enough, I've had really good teammates that have held me accountable and, you know, also been my biggest fans and been there to support me, you know, the entire way.
Jeff Linder, Cedar Rapids Gazette. Caitlin, you had a kind of a no-lose proposition here. Either you were going to go to Cleveland for the Final Four, or you're going to try out for the Olympic team. Just how, you know, how much greater is this than that would have been?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, obviously, like, the Olympics are always your dream, but to be here with this team and to be able to do what we've done and to extend that out another week is all I could have really asked. That's all I wanted, is to win this game tonight and be going back to Cleveland with, you know, the people I love and get to play for Iowa. That's across my chest every single time. So for me, it was like a win-win, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But more than anything, like, my focus is 100% on making Iowa really good and not really too focused on all that other stuff. I know that'll be there when, you know, my career ends, and hopefully that's with a win.
Right here.
Hi, M. Adler from The Next. Caitlin, your question. Were you surprised that Flaujae, you know, you didn't get more reps against her, her defending you? It seemed like her length was a little bit of an issue in the later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was too much of an issue. I mean, honestly, like, no matter what they threw at me, I thought we always had a good answer. I think our goal coming into this game was to set a ton of ball screens, and that's exactly what we did. And, you know, I think they started showing late at the end of the game, which can sometimes be a little bit better on me rather than drop coverage. But coming into this game, I did expect her to guard me, I will say that. But at the same time, every team we play throws multiple defenders at us. I don't see one person for 40 minutes, and that's what they did. They brought somebody in off the bench that guarded me too. She guarded me a little bit, but also you don't want some of your best players to get in foul trouble, so I don't know if that was the reasoning behind it. But yeah, I think coming into this game, that was what I was more prepared for. But you know, you don't get to know what the other team's going to do, so.
Unreal stuff from Caitlin Clark and some great sound bites as well, speaking to her growth mentally as a basketball player. Knew she had the skill, but now it's all clicking, and she continues to climb the list for most career points in the NCAA tournament. If you do the quick math, 2 more games at her season average, that record too will belong to Caitlin Clark. Coming up, highlights from a thriller in Albany. Caitlin Clark leading the Hawkeyes past LSU. We got all the latest next on HQ.